show you real quick what I'm actually going to be doing, and it's going to be a very brief explanation of how you actually wire a box up. If you are looking to do this yourself, you want to make sure that you either know what you're doing, whether that be some sort of a guide or working with somebody who has experience, or just hiring somebody. But these yellow wires, for example, these are all 120. They have a white, a black, and a bare copper wire in them that acts as a ground. The black is a hot, the white is a neutral. The neutrals go to these bars here. The grounds go to these bars here on the inside. The hot wire, the black wire, goes directly to the breaker. In the case of this 240 wire, this is the one that goes to the water heater. This has a black, a white, and a ground as well, but both the black and the white go to the breaker, and the ground, of course, goes to the ground. Then you've got wires like this. This goes to the dryer. This has a black, a red, a white, and a bare ground. And I keep saying a bare ground, but just a bare copper wire. That's the ground. And the reason it's bare is to where if it touches anything in the whole process, it'll ground it and trip the breaker. So in this one, you have the black and the red are the hots. That goes to the breaker, and then the neutral goes to the neutral bar, and the ground to the ground. Then you've got wires like this black one. This is also has 3 wires total, which, no, this one has, what does this one have? This one has, this might be 4 in this total. Yeah, this has a black, a red, a white, and a ground as well. So that's the same kind of thing. The difference is on this one, it's a 10 gauge wire. It's much larger. It's got bigger lugs inside the breaker. And you can ask someone the explanation for the 4-wire. I'm calling it 4-wire. I think it's called 3-wire actually. 3-wire versus the 2-wire. Having that neutral in there is the difference, whereas this smaller 240 wire does not have the neutral in there. Maybe the ground is acting as a neutral or something. I'm not sure. I don't know why everything functions the way it is, but I know how to do the install. And I don't need to know everything. I just need to know how to get it all in safely. I have a person come in and take a look at things after me, as well as the inspector comes in. I just make sure I have the box nice and neat where you can see everything quickly and make sure it's okay. I've wired up 3 or 4 houses and I've never had a problem, except for really small stuff, like I forgot that bonding screw right there. That bonds the ground to the actual box. I think one time I needed a receptacle closer to a heat pump. I didn't know I needed one within 30 feet of a heat pump. So that's that. All I'm going to do is just slip these insulators off of the jacket off the outside of the wire. I try to keep everything nice and neat and tight to the outside of the box. That way it doesn't look like a rat's nest and scare the inspector. But let me go ahead and get that done. the box is all wired up, everything except the heat pump. So I'm going to do that once the HVAC guys are here, and I'm going to have them make sure the system's running smooth, charge it if it needs to, get the thermostat wired up. But everything on my end is now done. Happy with the way the box turned out, kept it nice and orderly, and so if anyone has to come in here later on and do anything, it'll be pretty easy. I had all the wires labeled, so I also labeled them on the inside of the box because this will get drywalled over. All that up there was just for me, knowing where I wanted to put everything. So that's that. On to the next thing. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check the links in the description below, including the link to my book on buying cheap houses. If you have any questions, be sure to ask in the comments below the video. And you can check out my website, thehomesteadcraftsman.com, Instagram, Facebook, and all that, links below. Thanks for watching.